This.
Pledge allegiance to the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. November 7th, 2022 at the Mitchell County House for Supervisor meeting. We have a of us, so if everyone's had a chance to look at it, we need a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda.
Jim's made a motion to approve the agenda. Do we have a second?
I'll second that. Go ahead.
Mark, second that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 2, approve the minutes of November 1st meeting and the claims. Everyone's had a chance to look through that.
I had one question on a claim on that demolishing of the house. It was requested for 5,000 and it came in for 5191. Is that, can they go over the requested amount?
Can they?
What was that?
That was where-
That house, I believe on Mechanic Street, it was on the request, their phone, it was requested for 5,000 and the bill came in for 5191.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, they would only be able to get the amount that was approved for.
For 5,000?
Yeah.
Was the claim, did the claim have 50?
The claim was 5,100.
I didn't see.
I
Yeah,
missed that.
and I think if we go back to, the way it was set up, it's up to $10,000. But you're right, Kent had $5,000,
That was his
the
request.
estimate, of what it was gonna cost him to tear it down. So, I think, yeah, it was paid out. I believe I signed that too at 51 some odd, right?
Yeah, 5191.
So I guess it's up to you guys if we want to go back and ask for that.
Well, economic development set it up, so it's, their rules, so, right?
Yeah, but we pay it out.
Yeah.
The county pays it out. And I think it says up to $10,000 and yeah,
So if somebody's gonna go over, I wonder, I don't know if we can change this or not, but I'm just looking forward. That could be a habit that people could start doing, and if that's gonna happen, we probably, if we're even gonna consider it, we should maybe say, well, if you're gonna go over your estimate, then you need to have some justification as far as why you're more than what you used to be, rather than just sending us a bill for more than what they estimated.
there also was one, I believe it was Mayor's, that the application had $10,000 and didn't you pay one out like 9,800 or something, 89 or 9,800? So they requested, $10,000 and then whatever the bill comes in. So we did have one a couple $100 under, but that's something we can look at absolutely if we want to keep it up, pay up to $10,000 or what, when they fill the application out, I'd have to look at if it's an estimated amount, what it's gonna cost. You know what I'm saying, on the line.
My thought was, why don't you ask for the full 10?
You're right, but
If you're under, but, because we okayed the 10, so.
Young Kittleson that tore his own house down. So his thoughts was, being he tore it down, that he didn't ask for the full amount.
He's doing it himself.
Right.
That's the one we're talking about.
But he went over.
Well,
Does anybody know if the $5,000 was it approved at just 5,000? I'd have to go back and look at my own records, but you guys?
yeah, it was five,
approved
it
at
was,
5.
It was just
yeah,
approved at
5,000.
That's it.
So,
Then it should just stay at 5 then, yeah, I mean, if you got rules, you gotta follow them. You start stretching the rules and pretty soon you got a mess.
So what you're saying is approved it at 5, it was approved at 5.
It's already been paid out.
Yeah, we already, it was in today's claims. So.
It
It
has,
hasn't been run yet.
yeah. I just sent Renee a message.
Okay, we'll just pay it at 5 then.
I guess that's the answer then.
Yep.
Approved at that number, that's what it was.
Number it's approved at, so it should be paid at. Yeah, you can't start moving stuff around, it's not good.
No, but if he would have came in with a $10,000 estimate and that house was a little 1-bedroom, all they took down was that house, and I'd hate to pay out $10,000 to tear down a house that,
Only costs 5 to do, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think we're gonna redo that anyway. I think that was one of our, get a little more specific on what it all consists of. So we've been kind of waiting for it. We thought we were within $7,000, I think, of it being gone. And then, I think we got one back because he couldn't get the materials, or he backed out of it. So now we're back up to like 17,000. So we're just kind of waiting to pay it all out before we redo our, the application, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it in between
No,
what we approved and still have money left in there, so. If you want to just write that check for 5,000, that's just the way it is, I
Do you
guess.
want to make your motion with that?
Okay,
okay. So we need a motion to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Approve the bills.
Approve the,
The minutes
Okay.
and the claims.
okay, we need a motion to approve the meeting and the claims with that change in that claim.
I'll make that motion.
Mark's made the motion. Okay, do we have a second?
now second.
Todd seconds that. Any further discussion on the meeting or the claims?
Roll call, Todd,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Jim.
Aye.
Thank you. Item 3, county attorney and general discussion. Morning, Aaron.
I'm John. Don't have a lot today, and I know Rachel's got a lot to do and stuff, so I'm not gonna take very long. Got some stuff I've talked to you before, I'm kind of working through, reviewing. I'll probably just email you guys on that stuff rather than go into, a bunch of detail here. Last week was a very busy week. We had a bunch of criminal, we've got those resolved. They didn't have to go to trial. They were fairly complicated cases, with a lot of moving parts. Was ready to go to trial, got them resolved, and I wanted to say this, the sheriff's department was involved in that, and they did, I've been thinking about this the last few days. It was kind of a very difficult case, but they did fantastic job. Not just them, but some deputies from some other counties too really helped. I think the end result was very good given some specific circumstances of the case, but I spent a lot of time on that, and I just, I meant to talk to Greg, the sheriff, a little bit afterwards. I might still, but just fantastic job. I just wonder if people sometimes realize how fortunate we are, maybe, Anyway, I'm not saying that to butter you up or anything, I'm just saying it because
Very good. Good, thank you, Aaron.
I mean, so.
Anybody have any questions for Aaron?
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, thank you. Item 4, sheriff update.
So just a couple of things. Received a donation to the sheriff's office. The donor wants to remain anonymous for about $7,000 last week. With the intent to update the body armor that the deputies wear and also some medical gear that we can carry in our squad vehicles. So you'll see those bills come eventually, but the donor, they know who they are. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Then on the other side, we housed an inmate from Missouri that had medical issues to the tune of about $6,000. And so we're gonna send the bill to Missouri, but I'm not holding my breath. They're gonna tell me that it's not their problem and we may have to stand that bill. We're gonna try and get payment for it before I approve it. We need to stay in a good relationship with our hospital, and not paying bills doesn't bode well for me in my office. So it'll get taken care of either through Missouri, and depending on how hard we want to push that, or I'll just satisfy the bill if I get a, no out of them and maintain that relationship. So
The state of Missouri or like a county in Missouri?
state issued arrest warrant. He's picked up here in Osage, looked in, and then had to go to the hospital for some medical issues. And, we're not going to deny somebody that. We're going to take care of them. But it's costly when it shouldn't fall on us, but it does. So anyway, you'll see that at some point. And that's just under $6,000 to get that taken care of. But we'll try and get it satisfied before we write that check, or you guys do, for that.
Did he go back to Missouri then? Or-
He's back there now.
Back there now.
Yeah, now we have another one from Missouri waiting to go. So that's just how it is, our business. So that's really all I have. Everything's good otherwise, so.
Okay.
All right, thank
you.
you.
Okay, thank you for what you do. And, item 5, department head discussion. Yes?
I just want to give you some updates on our office. Property taxes first half are 99% collected, which is really good. We've also got 12% of the second half collected already. There's a lot of people that pay first and second in September. We have a lot of farmers and individuals that will pay their second half in December. And anyone that's listening, and for you that talk to anyone, at Rotary, Luann Murphy always gives us little updates on what's going to happen in our taxes, future, whatever. She said, looks like next year, Iowa taxes, your real estate will not be a deduction. So if you deduct your property taxes on your Iowa income taxes, it would be a good plan to pay your second half this year, because this should be the last year possibly. You can claim it as a deduction. So.
But not for farm, like farm, they can still, right? Or what?
I have no idea. I didn't ask her for.
Yeah, or is that?
Farmers probably can, because they could itemize all their expenses, but I don't know. She just said it looks like the new tax code, that you're not going to, in the Iowa income taxes, claim your property tax as a deduction.
I'm sorry, I was talking to the sheriff, and I didn't hear, I'm sorry.
Luann had said that there's tax code changes, so if you claim your property taxes itemized, that you should pay them this year, so you can have them on your Iowa taxes, because it looks like next year they won't be deductible.
I believe that's correct. Now, that's a little bit confusing, but I believe that is correct under the Iowa changes.
So we don't know if it'll affect farmers or not. A lot of farmers already claim them or pay them in December.
Yeah, right.
So they wouldn't have a worry, but next year they'll be hard up for.
And a lot of farmers are probably, a lot of times they end up putting most of their property tax like on their schedule left anyway.
So that'd be different.
Even though they really aren't supposed to put all of it on the schedule, sometimes they do.
So just a planning thing.
But yeah, that's right.
And for wellness, we did get our 5% discount. Thank you to everybody that turned in their physicals and their assessments. So the first week of December is the wellness meeting for next year. That's when they'll officially tell us how much we're saving. But usually it's about $40,000. It's usually $8,000 per 1% that we earn for discount. So I would estimate it to be $40,000. And just so you know, interest is crazy right now, as we all know. Last month, we got $41,000 in interest. And just by having it in one bank over another bank, the balance, we earn an extra $10,000 because there's 1% difference between two banks. So right now, my budget is way, way over on revenue. We're at 280% of our revenue over 3 months in. So I'm excited about that. That's my fun spot, is to,
Yeah.
and that's one of my staff's wages.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yep.
That's all the updates for the department.
Okay. Anybody else have any?
I have something.
Okay.
I received an email from Amy Simpson with Elder Bridge. She just said it is that time of the year again when Elderbridge makes annual visits to the counties in our service area. Last year, Elderbridge sent the supervisors the annual report instead of meeting with them in person. Is this still acceptable? Please let me know. If they wish to meet with our management staff, we would be more than happy to do so. For your information, the county match request for fiscal year 2024 is $3.10 per senior, an increase of 5 cents from last year. So I guess it's up to you. Do you want to just receive the annual report, or do you want them to come meet? This is budget stuff.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
They just receive it.
You want to hear their spiel,
Pardon me, Mark?
unless you want to hear their presentation.
I'm okay either way.
I'm okay either way too.
It's getting us all here, can they do it during a meeting?
It would be during a meeting.
Which it might not be if we did it. Last year they didn't come, correct?
Correct.
You know, we want to have them come this year.
Every other year, that kind of thing?
Just
That might be.
thought,
Yeah, I guess.
so they don't get
Show up.
lost in the
Yep.
cracks somewhere, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other department head
Just gonna give
discussion?
a brief HVAC update. Don't have much since the last one. The excavation's backfilled to about, 3 or 4 feet from the surface. They're putting on rain gutters this morning as we speak. They're thinking of probably having the rest of it backfilled tomorrow, Wednesday. That's what they're shooting for. So once that's done, they'll probably start to move inside, doing inside stuff. That's all.
Have they bored in the buildings yet?
Well, if it's backfilled,
They
I
have.
didn't ask them that specifically, but yeah.
They got big copper line stubs through the wall. I went over there.
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah, I was just
Seeing what they all had done.
Okay.
interested in with the whole saw stuff last week. I was gonna try and get here to watch that, but I didn't.
Well, they're putting in copper, and I think they can use PVC, but copper is probably better, and it looks like they have a pro press, which just clamp, if you know what a pro press is, you put the fittings together and it's a machine and it just clamps them, and it's just a lot faster. So the copper is maybe more expensive, and probably it's a lot more durable than the plastic, but it's labor saving for them, so I think it's a better deal, the way they're doing it. It just looks like a good job. They got the one boiler going to temporarily heat over there now, so. But yeah, no, looks good, I thought, what I've seen. Anyway, do you have any other department head discussion?
Go vote,
Go vote.
go vote.
Yeah, go vote, everybody vote. Item 6 is county engineer update, and I don't know, it's Rich.
He called me this morning, said that, at Worth County meeting, he's got a safety meeting after that, so he's not gonna be here. But he wanted the board to know the plan is to pave that Stacyville hopefully next week.
Next week,
Okay, it's about a 200-foot stretch, and that's what they're shooting for.
like this week or next week?
He said next week, what he said. I suppose it's, this week's gonna be rain. He said next week.
Next week, they'll have to cover it for a few
It's getting
days.
colder, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Now, then we're down to item 7. This must be you, Shannon.
This
huh?
is me. This is just a 2080 agreement, which 2080s are just agreements between county and county or county and state. This is agreement between Mitchell County and the state for the Department of Transportation. Just the boilerplate, I had Aaron look it over, but we really can't change the state 2080. It's just saying we want to continue to issue driver's license in Mitchell County and that we will adhere to all the rules. Essentially that we all have background checks. They audit us, like everything we issue today, they'll audit tomorrow to make sure that we've got all the correct paperwork. They check our line drives and our re-exams to make sure they match. And if staff aren't doing testing correctly, they can come in and do corrective action on our staff. I get evaluated, or our department gets evaluated every year by the person overseeing Mitchell County. Usually we have 1 or 2 things. Last year we had 0. Usually they'll just, they go through our files or our records every month and let us know how we're doing. We're doing well. So I would recommend that we continue to issue driver's license and have the board sign the agreement.
Okay, we're looking for a motion in a second
Mhm.
to review and sign the 2080 agreement.
I'll make that motion.
Steve's made the motion. Do you have a second? I will second that. So any further discussion on this?
Roll call, Jim.
Aye.
Steve,
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
Mark.
Aye.
Todd.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Send it to the state. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we're down to item 8, items of note, meetings attended.
Nothing to report. I have nothing.
Had a public health meeting Friday. As far as the sanitarium part goes, she said 50 well tests. There's been 55 septic tanks applications this year, 34 are done. They're probably not all gonna get done this year because of, I think, contractor availability and maybe some people changed their mind, but that's how many there was. Her expense and revenue is good. Her revenue is over what it's supposed to be. And on the public health side, they've issued 1,046 flu shots. They gave 650 COVID boosters. And last month there was 37 COVID cases in Mitchell County, I guess, through the month. And they're planning on doing some fire extinguisher training. And the Shop on State grant, they bought a baby scale with that for baby wellness to do. And they have a nurse retiring February 1st, so they're looking to hire somebody to replace her, so that's the highlights anyway.
I had nothing.
I had nothing.
Okay. Item B, manure management plan updates.
I have one from Shoger site, 3351 440th Street, Riceville.
One of those. Item C, public comments.
I just meant earlier when I was talking about the sheriff's department, I left out the Osage Police Department as well. They were also very helpful in that case. I didn't leave them out on purpose. I just was kind of going off the top of my head, but I just wanted to give kudos to them too for making things a lot easier. So thank you.
Yeah, I feel they have good departments through the sheriff and the police. Very good departments for the county. Have any other
I guess as
comments?
a county board of supervisors, I want to thank the anonymous person also for that $7,000 donation to the sheriff's office. I think that is a wonderful thing that that person has done for this county.
Agreed. I'll
Yeah,
agree.
agree.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Does anybody else have anything? Hearing nothing, I guess we're down to need a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Steve's made the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
I know.
Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned.